All right, law of sines. Now, law of sines is going to help us solve triangles just like the law of cosines did. However, the law of sines is a little bit different. Law of sines is, I'd argue, it's a little bit simpler as far as the formula. Not sine of A, angle A divided by side A is equal to the sine of angle B divided by side B, which is also equal to the sine of C divided by sine C. Now, you don't need all three of these proportions. All you need is two of them. You need to just set up the A with the B, and then you would solve. Or the A and the C and solve. Or the B and the C and solve. That's one of the forms. The other way to write it is the reciprocal of all those. Side A divided by the sine of the angle. Side B divided by the sine of angle B. Side C, sine C. I use this one when I'm trying to find an angle, and when I'm trying to find a side, that's where I put the sides on top. More of that later. But first, let's talk about the triangle info that you would use this for. You would use law of sines if the info that you're given is angle, side, angle, angle, side. You would also use it for angle, side. So, hey! That's a dirty word. You could call it backwards, SSA, but this here, this is booty. If you get booty where it's angle, side, side, we're going to use the law we're going to use the law of sines. However, you're going to see that booty is going to be a pain in the booty. More on that in just a minute. Let's do our first example here. Number one. Now, if you're given angle, side, angle, or angle, angle, side, it's pretty straightforward. Let's do one. Triangle ABC. I got this kind of backwards. Here's what's up. Let's say that angle C is 80 and angle B is 60. And side C is 9. Okay, so as far as angles go, pretty simple, right? Triangle's 180 degrees, so that means that angle A is, well, 60, 140. There's 40 degrees left for angle A. So we solved it as far as the angles go. We still got to find the other two sides. Now, you got your choice. You could try and find B first or A first. It doesn't matter. But they gave us a complete set of C. Look at this. They gave us the angle and the side of C. So let's start out trying to find A. Now, since I'm trying to find the side, I like to use this one, where the side is on top. So side A divided by the sine of A is 40 degrees is equal to side B divided by the sine of side C is 9 divided by 80. So put that in your calculator. We're going to multiply by the sine of 40, right? So it's going to be 9 times the sine of 40 degrees divided by the sine of 80. And you get this gross thing, which is, now this is a side. Since this is a side, we'll round to the nearest tenth. So side A is approximately 5.9-ish. Right? That gets us side A, but now we got to find side B. So side B, B divided by angle B was, what was angle B? 60, my bad. Ugh. Sine of 60 equals 9 divided by the sine of 80. Go ahead and hook that up and you'll get B is approximately, go ahead and use your calculator. Hopefully you come up with 7.9-ish. Right? So they gave us the three pieces of info. We find the other three, the other angle and the two sides. And if it's angle side angle or angle angle side, it's straightforward like this. Now, when it's booty, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Here's what's up with booty. Booty is side angle, right? So here's what's up. If I give you a triangle like this, let's say, and I tell you that this angle right here isn't going to change. It's locked in. This side right here is locked in. And this third side, let's say, is like that longish, right? The question is this side, does this go right here? Or can it be kicked out and be like this? Both of these are the same, this unit long, but you can see how it makes two different triangles. It makes this this little one here, or if we ignore this leg here, it makes this big giant triangle like that. So booty could give us as many as two different triangles. All right, so let's do a few examples. Let's do our first one. Go back to the pen. Number 2, draw a triangle here. A, B, C. And let's say that angle A is 40, side C is 12, and side A is 8. All right, so here's what we have to do. This is angle side, right? This is booty. So as soon as we recognize that this is booty, there's a new set of procedures that we kind of got to do. Now, they gave us a complete set of A. They gave us a half set of C. So I think the easiest place to start is to find C. Now, we're trying to find the angle, so I like to put the angle on top. Sine C divided by 12 equals the sine of A, which is 40, divided by psi, which is 8. So you're going to multiply by 12 first. So we put out a calculator. It's going to be 12 times the sine of 40 divided by 8. And you're going to get this gross thing here, right? So its sine of C is equal to that mess, right? So maybe we write that. Sine of C equals 0.9641, well, 9642. But now we got to unsign, so we're going to inverse sine the second answer. And remember, this is an angle, so it's 74.6 degrees, but we're going to round to the nearest minute. So DMS this bad boy, and we get 74 degrees, 37 minutes. So C is approximately 74 degrees, 37 minutes. Great. But here's the thing. Once you found your first angle, I want you to find the supplement of that really quick. Now, the supplement, if you recall from geometry, is 180 minus this. So if you were to do 180 minus 75 degrees, let's talk about that. That would be 105 degrees. But 37 minutes, what's the change back from 37 minutes? It'd be 23 minutes. All right? Now, here's the thing. We're going to call this C prime. C with a little tick mark. All right? C prime is going to be 105 degrees, 23 minutes. Now, ignore that for a minute. Let's go back and finish when it's regular C. All right? So, if angle A is 40 and C is 74 degrees, 37 minutes, you add that up, you get 114 degrees, 37 minutes. Subtract that from 180. Long story short, you get B is approximately 65 degrees, 23 minutes. Great. We've got our angles, right? We got all three of the angles. Now we have to find the third side. Now the third side, that's going to be side B, right? So I like to put side B on top. B divided by the sine Now, I don't like using rounded answers, but in this case, we have no choice. B is 65 degrees, 23 minutes. And that is equal to, no, we're not going to use C. I don't want to use that rounded value, right? I'm going to use the complete set that they gave us. So this is 8 divided by the sine of 40. All right, so multiply by the sine of 65 degrees, 23 minutes. So it's going to be sine 65. Now you got to go into your angle and get degrees. 23 to minutes times 8, right, divided by the sine of 40. And you get B is going to be approximately 11.3-ish. Great. So we found one of the possible triangles. Now here's what's up here. What we just found was here's the angle, here's the side. We found this triangle, right? The one where it's kicked out, where this is still 40. We found 74 degrees, 37 minutes. The question is, if this is still 40, can the third side here be kicked in, right? Where this is this side, can this side be kicked in? Where this would be 105 degrees. And what you do is, you'd like to see if that's possible. Let's go back to our original triangle. If angle A is 40, can angle C possibly be 105 degrees? Is there room for angle C to be 105? Well, 105 plus 40 is 145. There's room for that to exist. So, if angle A is still 40, right? If C prime is 105, then what is the measure of B prime? Right? Because angle B would change up here too compared to this one. Well, 40 plus 105 is 145. Long story short, you should get 34 degrees, 37 minutes. All right? So those are the angle measures of the second possible triangle. There are 2 triangles here. All right? But now we got to find side B prime. Right? This side is going to be much shorter than this one was, right? We found this to be 11.3. Expect this one to be shorter. Let's see if we're right. So B prime divided by the sine of, now this is going to be 34 degrees, 37 minutes equals 8 divided by the sine of 40. A doesn't change. So let's go back into our calculator. I'll tell you what, now we could second enter and just change 65 to 105 by pressing 1. Come on, computer. 1 second, insert 0. 105 degrees, 37 minutes. Oh, what am I talking about? I'm sorry, y'all. Oi, let's start over. There's no 105 degrees, right? I'm using the 34. I'm sorry, guys. So it's going to be sine of 34 degrees. I was wondering why it was bigger. 34 degrees, 37 minutes. Times 8 divided by the sine of 40. And you get approximately, oh my goodness, I messed it up again. 34 degrees. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I am all jacked up on the second. Insert. Oi. y'all get that? I'm sorry. B prime is going to be approximately 7.1. So, because this is booty, there was a possibility for two triangles to exist here. Crazy, right? Let's do another one. And let's try not to screw it up this time, Smith. All right. This is another booty. A, B, C again. Only this time A is 80. Side C is 10 and side A is 15. All right, it's still booty. Let's see what's up. They gave us complete set A, half set of C, so let's find C. So that means that sine of angle C divided by 10 is sine of 80 divided by 15. So do 10 times the sine of 80 divided by 15. Go ahead and use your calculator. Come on back. Hopefully you got C is approximately 41 degrees, 2 minutes. All right, now, once we found our first angle, what was the next thing that we did last time? Find the supplement and call that C prime. What's the supplement of 141 degrees to 2 minutes? Well, 180 minus 41 is 138, or 139, but a little bit change, yada, yada, yada. 138 degrees, 58 minutes. All right? Now, we'll come back to that in just a minute. Let's go back and let's finish our first triangle. All right, our first triangle, angle A is 80, C is 41 degrees 42, so that means that angle B is approximately, well, 41 plus 80 is 121, minus 180 from 180. B is approximately 58 degrees and 58 minutes. All right, great. So we got those two. Now we got to find side B. We're missing side B. So B divided by the sine of 58 degrees, 58 minutes, equals 10 divided by the sine of, no, I don't want to use C. I'm sorry. We're going to use our complete answer, right? So that's 15 divided by the sine of 80. So go ahead and pull out your calculator. Hopefully you get B is approximately 13.1. So there's one complete triangle, right? But here's the thing. On this one, can a second triangle exist? Well, if I have a triangle where one side is 80, could the second one with the leg kicked in, could it be 138 degrees? Well, let's see. If I plug it in, what's 138 plus 80? That's 218. Can a triangle have 218? No, there's no room for B to exist. So this can't happen. It turns out that this only has one triangle. All right, so you find the angle, you find the supplement. If the supplement has enough to exist, like it did in this last example, right? 105 plus 40 gave us room for the second triangle to exist. Here, there wasn't, so there's only one triangle to be found. All right, last example. Another triangle, A, B, C. Once again, angle A is 80. But side C is 15 and side A is 10. Wait a second, Smith. This is the exact same problem. First of all, it is booty, right? Angle, side, side. So this is booty. It's the same problem. Not quite, right? The 10 and the 15 got switched. So let's find A. Or not A, let's find C. So the sine of C divided by, oh my goodness. Sine of C divided by 15 is the sine of 80 divided by 10. Cross multiply, or get multiply by 15, and you should get, let's do it. We're going to do 15 sine 80 divided by 10. And you get 1.477. So sine of C is approximately 1.4772. So do inverse sign of the answer, and you get, oh dang, we got an error. Let's press go to. As it turns out, you cannot take the inverse sign of a number that is greater than 1. We'll talk more about that later. So here's the thing. This can't happen. Since we got an error message, our answer is no triangles. There is no triangle to be had here. Tomorrow we'll talk about why, or in class we'll talk about why this cannot have a triangle at all. But right now, 20 minutes is enough. Smith out!